All right, we're going to take a look at this tool called Aidelly. This is Adelie AI, and it's an AI-powered marketing for unmatched brand identity. This platform delivers exceptional marketing outcomes with high-quality, brand-aligned content. This is what the homepage and sales page looks like. They do have some brands that they have worked with so far. And this looks like it's an AI writer that is specifically focusing on your brand marketing. So if you want to have an AI that's focused on your brand tone and language and values, and you want to create marketing materials, this might be the tool to look at. Now, this is going to be an unboxing. I have not even signed up for my account yet. I just want to go and see if there's anything that stands out real quick. Embrace Aidelly's all-in-one AI-powered marketing solutions. We've got AI-powered content. Aidelly's AI created content tailored to your brand's unique voice and style, ensuring a consistency across all digital channels. I like that. I think that that's if you don't have an AI writing tool that does this very specifically to your brand or website, then you're already being left in the dust by the AI tools that do offer that, right? And so you have to be able to have a brand voice with this writing. And I think that's the only way that you can actually use these tools in order to create good content that is in your brand voice that you can actually rank and not get penalized. So that's good to know that they have that capability. They have social media posting, easily distribute content across various social media platforms, enhancing your marketing efforts with integration capabilities. So it looks like it has a feature where you can actually publish from here as well. We'll take a look at that. Content automation, advanced scheduler, plan and publish your content at optimal times with our advanced scheduler, maintaining a consistent online presence effortlessly, unified brand voice, talking again about recognizable brand identity with tools that unify your brand's voice across all communication channels and variety of tools. And they explain how it works and so forth. All right, so I'm gonna go sign up. Let's go look at the pricing real quick. This is what the pricing looks like. This is not available as an LTD or it's not available on AppSumo. Like I said, I want to bring more applications that are not just on AppSumo to you guys as well, because there's a whole massive market out there of hundreds of tools being released. It seems like daily. And so I want to look at some of these tools as well. And so, it says you can become an affiliate right here. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm not even going to sign up as an affiliate. I just want to bring these tools to you guys. Okay. So our pricing plans, they are encouraging you to go with an annual plan. And this is very common. So you can get your pricing down to the lowest amount. If you commit to a year, then you're going to get this for $19 a month. For professional plan, $49 per month. It does look like they have a free plan, which is awesome. And it does say completely free, no credit card required. Super cool. And then you can go over here to the monthly plan, which is $29 a month if you don't buy the annual plan. So you're saving $10 a month. So essentially $120 a year if you sign up for the annual plan. And then they have a 3-month pricing plan. So very, very customizable, very flexible. The 3-month plan looks like it's only available for the professional plan pricing. Okay. So I'm going to go sign up for a free account. We'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like it has a brand onboarding process, and we saw this with a couple other tools. I believe we did this with Genius AI that was on AppSumo recently, and then we did that with Baseline as well, where it took us through this whole onboarding process. So this is also becoming more and more common. We're going to go ahead and I'll see how long it takes. We'll say get started. We'll go through this. So your brand organization name, let's just go with LearnWire. On this one, industry, we'll just say IT or whatever it is, software. They usually don't have that. Information technology, doesn't look like they have marketing either. So we'll just say information technology. And then we'll put in our site real quick. So we put in our site, we'll say next, and you can see that we are going to change building your profile, 16.6% progress. It's building our profile based on those 3 things. Let's see what it says on the progress after it updates. At any time, you can go up here and push the skip button if you want to skip. You can see the line up here that whatever it's doing, it's building a profile, which is taking some time right now. All right, so we're at 33% done now. Social media profiles, we will just connect. They have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, MailChimp, Microsoft Mail, and Twitter X. They don't have Pinterest. They don't have TikTok. There's some that they don't have, but they have the big 3 that they have is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We'll go ahead and I'll connect to the Facebook real quick and be right back. All right, so at the time of recording this video, we did get app not available, and they are aware of this. They're trying to fix it, so that didn't work. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the social sign up right now. I'm just gonna say next. So goals and objectives, what are your main goals? Generating content for social media, automating marketing campaigns, improving brand visibility. We'll go with those. It does look like it also has a heavy focus on email marketing as well, but we're going to go ahead and skip that one right there. So we're just going through this recommended tools that it wants us to use based on your industry goals and objectives. We recommend these tools to start. Click the heart icons to add, remove a tool from your favorites. They want us to use the social media captions generator, YouTube title generator, email newsletter. Even though we didn't say that we wanted to focus on email, it's still recommending that. SEO keyword generator, that's super cool. Uncover high impact search keywords that attract quality traffic and refine your content's focus to meet market demand. And then content strategy, develop a comprehensive approach to content that aligns with business objectives and maximizes search engine visibility. Any tool can be accessed from the All Tools tab, but we'll go ahead and heart these right here and add the recommended ones. By clicking the heart button, they'll all be added to our favorites. You can see right there. And then I'll push the next button. We'll go select your default writing style. So we can select over here. And I always like to go with casual. There's a web and SEO, journalistic, persuasive, funny, marketing, but really I'm just going to go with casual. Conversational content. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go with that. And then here it just gives you a rundown brand summary. So this is what we didn't see. Let me go ahead and highlight this and we'll see if we can read this. So LearnWire, founded by David Mill, specializes in providing detailed and unbiased reviews of software tools, particularly focusing on lifetime deals such as those offered by AppSumo through its website, learnwirepro.com. And an active YouTube channel, LearnWire has established itself as a trusted resource for tech enthusiasts and professionals seeking in-depth analysis of software merits and drawbacks. The platform is renowned for its transparent and blah, blah, blah. And then it says we have 13,000 subscribers. And I want to say thank you guys so much. We crossed over the last day. We crossed over 16,000 subscribers. And I want to just tell you, I'm greatly appreciative of all of you. Thank you so much. We hit 16,000. And in 2025, I really want to make it a goal. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I really want to try to get to like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Eventually, I can see this channel, and it is going to matter what kind of content I bring to you guys. It can't just be focused on AppSumo, or it's going to take a whole lifetime to get 100,000 subscribers, right? So I know I need to expand my content as well, while still staying true to bringing you some good AppSumo reviews. But I also want to step outside of that and broaden that. So this was just want to say thank you, and I'm hoping to gain even more subscribers in the future. All right, so we'll continue with the review. So that's pretty cool. And then we have our default writing style. So I'm going to go ahead and say finish. So we've got all that set up. That's something that, you might as well just take the 5 minutes to do that. We have our free access ends on November 15th. So you only get a 7-day trial, and then you do have to commit to something. But I like that they're giving a nice trial so we can actually test it out for 7 days. And then if we like it, we like the way that the tool performs and works, then maybe we'll go and actually get a paid for account, right? So far, initial reactions is that it has a high quality. They are using bright colors and so forth, but I will say that it's actually kind of refreshing to see a software that's not just using blue, right? Blue and white, kind of like Canva or something like that. I like that they are using some different shiny, bright colors with this purple and pink kind of, and then they have like some, like blue, turquoise type blue over here. And so they're just going with a different image and a different feel. But I will give them credit on just enlightening it, making it more refreshing than what we're seeing with a lot of tools. Just tend to seem like they go with just blue and white. All right. So what would you like to create? We can start typing the name of the tool right here. So if I want to go email and just type in email, we have cold sales email. We have email newsletter. We have an email course, abandoned item email, welcome email series, healthcare welcome emails. That's healthcare. That's very specific, kind of crazy right there. We have our favorite tools are up here, and I want to go down here and just see. So we could also come over here and just click the email marketing button right here as well. And then it's going to give us all of the different tools that are related to email marketing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tools related to email marketing. You know what this reminds me of? If we come back over here just to all tools, look at this. All tools. Look at this. Oh, wow. This is a lot of tools. We can click the show more button. It's going to just continue to go show more. It's going to keep going, show more. I don't even want to count how many. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause and count. Okay, so they have 72 modules or 72 tools. Now, that's not the most that I've seen in a tool, but that's definitely a huge start considering this is a new tool, a new launch, and they're already coming out of the gate with 72 tools in here. Now, this does remind me immediately of a little bit of the old school type, AI writers like Jasper, or, I don't even know what it's called anymore. I haven't looked at that in a really long time. And then another one is like ScaleNut, where they just have a bunch of tools and modules that you can go into, like right over here. Let's just go click back on email marketing. So it does remind me of that, but we'll see if they have a long form editor and what else this kind of tool brings for us. We have a drip campaign, a cold email. Let's just click on cold email since a lot of people do cold email. We can click the heart at any time and it'll pull a favorite tool up there. But we're going to click on that. It's taking a second to load. And here we go. So what we can do is reach out. Reason, I saw you doing digital advertising. Let's do what people do to me. I saw your video on YouTube. So let's say that we are going to email somebody that has a YouTube channel. So I'm going to put that in there. Call to action, book a call. Writing style, it's defaults to casual, but you can always change it. And then response length, we can say short, medium, and long. Let's go with medium. And then I'll say create. It's going to go out there and create this email for us. So subject, let's collaborate and amplify your software's reach. Hi, recipient's name. I hope this message finds you well. I recently had the pleasure of watching your informative video on YouTube and was impressed by your dynamic approach to specific content. So you're going to have these brackets that you're going to need to, these brackets. It would be nice if they were like highlighted, but these brackets, you're going to specific content or aspect, right? So your dynamic approach to, and then you would need to fill that in. At LearnWire, we share a passion for shedding light on the best software tools. So it is incorporating what it knows about our brand already as a trusted resource for over 13,000. I want to see if we can actually change the subs because we have 16,000 now. So I'm wondering if we can go over to our brand. I'm sure we can update that. Super cool. So automatically, I really, really like this tool because we'd be able to go in here and quickly write emails that are brand focused and get the job done. So far, that's pretty impressive. Now, if we wanted to schedule this, we would actually need an account, a paid account, and automate. We would need an account as well. So, and it is saying pro, and I'm not sure if that is actually, if we go over to plans and billing, is that actually the pro account that we would need? So you can see we wrote one email and it was 597 tokens. We get 50,000 tokens, so we only used 2% of our allotted. But I'm trying to look in here and see, we would push the subscribe button right here. And then, so the starter plan, you're not going to be able to do the automation features or the scheduling features. So that's something that is important to you. Then you would come in here to monthly and your lowest price is going to be $69 in order to get, and you're going to get unlimited tokens. Literally, you can write as much content as you possibly want. That's pretty cool. And you'll get the scheduling and you'll get the access to automation tools and so forth. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. Sometimes you don't know that until you really start diving into the software. I'm going to go over here. Here's another way to look at it. So really, we can come over here to the left-hand side, the left menu, right? And you can go over to your favorites and look at your favorite tools that you use all the time. You can go to categories. It's going to have all these categories. But if we go back to all tools, that's where all these categories right here, the main categories are right here. Now, I find it interesting that they have an actual healthcare category. So they must be kind of looking at bringing in an audience of people that are in the healthcare space that need to be able to utilize an AI writing tool like this. It's very interesting that I have never seen that in a tool. So it's just very, very interesting, okay? That they have all these tools built just specifically for healthcare, a brand or healthcare niche. I want to go to my brand real quick and see if we can actually update any of the language. So we have our website, we have areas of expertise. We can actually go and find that. So software. And then I'm going to say AI tools and AI writer, SEO, and we will update brand info so it has some more information about our brand. This is where we can go and connect our accounts. So once that gets fixed, okay, so that's done right there. And then this is where I want to come in here and see if we can change this is exactly what I wanted to see. Look at right here. So we can come in here and I can actually update this to 16,000 subscribers. I can change anything about this that I want and then push save changes. So I really like how easy it is to be able to go in there and just change what we want it to know about our brand. We could add a lot more additional information right there as well, which is super cool. Anytime we want to go into my content, we're going to be able to see This is draft, published, archived, and scheduled. And let's go into, I think we used email marketing, but that one that we wrote a minute ago, I don't know if we need to push the save button or not, but nothing's showing up right here like we've used the tool or not. Before I show you any more of the tools, I just want to see post to social. This is where you could go and you could upload an image, upload multiple images, upload a video. You could click to upload an image. So this is where you're going to go upload that. You're going to put your caption in right here, or you can say create for me. I'm going to push the create for me, and it's going to go out there and just create. Unlock the future of SEO with cutting edge. And then you could go and maybe even put that right there. You're definitely going to want to make sure, like right here, it has these quotes right there. You're going to want to remove the quote right there, and then remove the quote right there. Now, what you could do is go and grab this and then maybe go put that into your favorite AI image creation tool so that you could go and get an image created. Then you could just upload it right here. I'd like to see, I'm sure it's something that they're looking into in the future where it would create the image for us as well, which would just be amazing, right? And then you're going to select your platform. It looks like the automation of this works with Facebook and Instagram right now. I'd love for them to add Pinterest, and that would be really, really cool, because there's some people that would pick up a tool like this just for Pinterest, and I know that myself would be one of them. So that's something that they should look into in the future. But this feature, it looks like in order to schedule or post, you do need the pro version of Aidelly, and it might be Aidelly or Aidelly. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Let's go and look at the scheduler. Let's see if it'll even show us anything with the scheduler. So you do have a calendar right here, and you'd be able to look at what you have scheduled based on the post to social. And then let's go look at the automations as well. And then we're going to dive in a little bit more into what we could create with this. So we have our automations. This is where you enable and disable, and then you would say new automation. Okay, and it's not going to let us look at that until we have a pro account, but they do have automations built in right over here. Now I'm going to go in and just go to all tools, and let's go and sample each one of these out. So social media with captions, let's go click on that one real quick. Instagram post, casual, you could upload an image. Let's just grab the top 5 AI writers, which I had done this video recently. And then let's see, I'm not seeing, it says press create or start typing. And so I'm going to go ahead and just push the create button, and it looks like it just goes out right away and just does stuff for us. So I'm pushing create, and let's see, nothing's really happening. So I'm just going to say top 5 AI writers. So we have that, and then maybe now I push create. I'm not really sure what oh, I see. We need to put top 5 AI writers. It needs to go in the post details box, and you can actually input 300 characters right there. But now I'm going to push create, and it now knows that we want to create a post on top 5 AI writers. And we're still not getting anywhere with this. I'm not sure what we are supposed to do. All right, so they're kind of buggy. It's not working. You can see I said make an Instagram caption for AI writers, create. It's saying there's no content provided. Could you please share the content you'd like a title for? And that it's just not working. So I think that they have some bugs that they definitely need to work out, because we obviously have content in both boxes and pushed create, and it's not doing anything. So let's go back to all tools. So that one didn't work. Social media captions generator, not really working for us. We'll go with the email newsletter real quick. So we'll go with YouTube video just published, content categories. I'm going to say short right here, and I can either push the create button right there, or I'm not really sure. I'm going to push the create button right here. So AI writing and SEO reviews newsletter. So you can come down the list right here, and it's going to fill these out for us. What's the goal of this? Increase subscriber engagement by 25%, destination, and then writing style, and then I'll say create. It's going to go out there and write our email subject line. So this is how the tool works when it's working properly. Exciting updates, uncover new lifetime deals, blah, blah, blah. Hey, LearnWire fam. We hope you're having an awesome week. As always, we've got some exciting updates for you that promise to boost in your digital game even further. I'd like to be able to kind of, go and train the AI under my brand. I'd like to be able to go and say, hey, don't use these words, kind of like an AI ban list. I'd love for them to be able to add that, because then we would be able to kind of I don't really want it to say digital game, digital landscape, all that kind of stuff. A new AI writing tool, Spotlight. So it's going to write a newsletter for us. Pretty cool. I'm sure that there's ways that we can use it to get kind of the perfect output so that we can use that each month or each week whenever we do our newsletter. Let's go with content strategy next. So type of strategy, ideal audience, platforms, type of content. Let's go ahead and just fill this out. Let's just go say create for me. I just want you guys to see what we can actually do. So SEO-driven content strategy for AI tool reviews. I think it's using our brand to kind of fill this stuff out. Tech-savvy, digital marketers, SEO specialists, and AI tool enthusiasts. Yes, it is. Adding that. Platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube, LearnWire Pro, type of content, authentic AI review, tool reviews. Objective and goal is implement a project, blah, blah, blah. And then response length, I'm just going to go with short, and then we're going to say create. And let's see what this content strategy post does for us. It's going to create what our content strategy should be. So we've got LinkedIn, thought leadership and industry trends, content type, short form articles and infographics highlighting industry trends and AI tools and SEO advancements, engagement tactics, host link live sessions for Q&A. So it's giving you an idea and a marketing content plan for LearnWire, for our brand, YouTube, dynamic video content, in-depth reviews, which this is where I live, right? This is how I create all my content. But it is giving us some other things we could do. AppSumo lifetime deal announcements, LearnWirePro.com, comprehensive blog post right there, analytics and optimization. So utilize Google Analytics and LinkedIn Insights, YouTube Analytics and AppSumo metrics to further drive content. So it gives you a little bit of a plan. I'm not sure I would really use this or that I learned anything new, but certainly for people that are new, this might help out, especially if we filled this out. Like, let's say we have a Shopify store that we just built. We're selling 1 or 2 products. We could fill this out with all those pertinent information and then push create, and then it could go out there and tell us what it thinks we should focus on. So that's pretty cool. We'll go back to all tools and we'll finally look at the keyword generator, SEO generator right here. So sustainable fashion. Let's go with email marketing as our topic. Let's say you have a YouTube channel or a website that talks only about email marketing. We're going to go with marketing enthusiast and response length. I'm going to go with medium, and let's just see what it, you know what, I'm going to go with long on this one for fun, and we'll go, no, well, I guess we'll go with me. Yeah, we'll just show what the long does. I kind of hesitated, depending on how long it's actually going to be, because I want to see if we can go write a blog article as well before we wrap this initial kind of unboxing video for you. So to enhance LearnWire's online visibility in the competitive digital marketing space, particularly in the niche of AI writing tools and SEO advancements, is critical, blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing. We filled out email marketing, we filled out target audience, but then it is not doing that. It's only talking about our brand over here, which it knows that we do SEO tools, reviews, software reviews, AppSumo lifetime deals, but we don't have email marketing on here, right? And I'm kind of surprised about that, because we kind of were able to fill this out over here. And I thought that would basically kind of override whatever my brand is over here, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So it's telling us broad keywords is software reviews, AI writing tools, SEO tools, digital marketing software, content creation platforms, AppSumo lifetime deals, online marketing tips, niche specific keywords, authentic software reviews. So these are kind of for our own campaigns. These would be, good topics. And we have our long tail keywords, comprehensive reviews of AI writing tools, the best SEO tools, LSIs, and so forth. So that's pretty cool. The issue that I have here, this was pretty good content right here, a good way to look at your brand from a bird's eye view, but it did not do anything about email marketing. So this didn't really override anything over here. And I was kind of hoping that we would be able to use this for any kind of topic that we want. And then we'll come back over here, all tools. They do have an image generation right over here. Let's go see what that looks like. Once we click on image generation, they have an avatar maker, a background remover, a business logo generator, a freeform image creator, image upscaler, a post image to social media, and a professional headshot creator. Let's go click on the business logo generator. And you can choose between an emblem, a letter mark, a word mark, mascot, abstract, pictorial mark, and a combination. Let's go with an emblem real quick. I'm going to say create for me. So that part's not working. So definitely there's some bugs and some things that don't seem to be working properly in the tool. They did just launch, but it's just, worthy to note those things. I'm going to go ahead and just say email marketing guru. We'll say gold and red. Image style. Let's go with corporate and then say create. Let's see what it can do for us real quick. It's going to go out there and create an image. You can see it right now. All right, so there is your image. Obviously, the text is not correct. And so I'd have to fool around with this some more. We can download this as well. But, I'd probably maybe go with, up here, maybe emblem, maybe go with mascot, maybe go with cartoon, and let's see what it can do for us with this one real quick. It would be nice if they put a box here that just says to create like a design or a character and not have text, because we already know it's not going to do well with text. So there's a mascot style right there. So you could use this. A little weird on the hand right there. This probably is not going to beat, it's not going to beat Ideogram or Midjourney, a lot of other tools, Leonardo AI. It's not going to beat those tools, but it is in here built in. And finally, I just want to go in here. Let's do ad campaign just to look. They've got Facebook copy and YouTube advertising, a lot of good stuff there. We'll go to copyright advanced blog post generator. So I guess that's where the copyright is. Blog post generator, comprehensive guide, content series, a lot of stuff in there. And then SEO, we have our link building strategy, a competitive analysis, a local SEO strategy. There's just so many keywords. We have our SEO keyword generator. We already tried and sampled that. An SEO friendly content calendar. So there's just tools for everybody in here. But let's go into copywriting and let's go and just see their advanced blog post creator. The topic right here, I'm going to try again, email marketing for small business marketers. So I'm just filling these out. So far, I haven't really liked the create for me button for what it creates. I would suggest just filling this out yourself. Okay. Writing style, casual. Let's see what we want to do over here. Let's go with web and SEO and responsive length. Let's go with long and create. So we're gonna go out there and create using this advanced blog post writer. It gets to work immediately. Right over here we have, so if you're are you ignoring the most cost-effective marketing tool? If you're a small business owner, there's a high chance you're sitting on in a gold mine without even knowing it. Email marketing is not just a relic of the past, it's a powerhouse, blah, blah, blah. Statistics show that email marketing has an email return on investment, an ROI of 42 for every 42 for every 40. So we've got some weird kind of stuff going on right there that needs updated or changed. There is sources being cited right here. That's probably a good thing. Wherever they're getting the content from, it might be factual. You might want to go and check that. Understanding the power of email marketing. So that must be like an H2 right there. Oh, that's an H3. So the title, what is this? That's got to be an H1, but then they jump into H3s right there. I'm not seeing the use of H2s. I would much rather be using H2s right there. And then this top one up here should be a heading 1, right? So they're not really out of the gates doing that for us. And we have to go and kind of update this ourselves. So you'd want to go and update these. This reminds me a little bit of like Word Hero, not the most exciting blog post writer. So we would need to update that. It did write this extremely fast. And then finally, what I want to do is I just want to go and copy this and we'll pull up word counter. And when I'm pushing in paste, nothing's happening. So that tells me that this copy button is not working. So there's another bug right there that I've been able to identify for you, is that the copy button is not working. So we would need to come in here and do a Control A and a Control C to copy that officially. And then we'll go and paste that in and we will see that it only wrote a 570 word article. So for them to call this an advanced blog post generator, that is not very exciting. This is just old school right here. It's not really going to move the needle for you. Now it does have LearnWire is here to help schedule a call with us to discover how our insights. So that's kind of cool that it is able to kind of insert our brand and insert a call to action into the blog posts, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to go and, grade the readability and all that stuff. I've seen enough. It's not going to, this is definitely not going to like compete with, Koala or Agility or any of those kind of tools. So overall, this was Aidelly or AI, Adelie, however you want to pronounce that. It kind of reminds me of an old school AI writer. I think that it's a little bit of a stretch, to be completely honest with you guys, that they're asking for $69 a month for their pro in order to do scheduler and automations. Now, I think that this would probably be somebody that is, if they're looking for healthcare, if they're in the healthcare niche, because there's so many tools in here that might be good for them. I think that this would be good for using some of these for, social media and so forth. This for a blog writer, an AI blog writer, this would not be the tool of choice for me. So if I had to grade this, I would probably give this a 3.5. It's not horrible or terrible by any means. And if this is the MVP that they've come to the table with when they just launched, I'd say it's pretty good. There was some bugs, some of the copy buttons not working, some of the generations or create for me buttons not working. And then also some of the times where we said create and then it didn't create anything for us. And then when it finally did create, it didn't write anything about email marketing. It just wrote everything about our brand. And so there's some things that I noticed. I would say that probably the highlight that I wasn't even able to review for you guys was the scheduler and automations. I would say that those would probably be the highlights, but you do have to have the pro account in order to unlock those and use those. And we don't really know what that looks like. I'm not willing to spend $70 to find out what the scheduler and automation tool looks like. At the end of the day, this is not a tool that I would really invest in for myself, but I'm glad that I was able to get this review out there, because if someone is looking at Aidelly, someone's telling them to go check it out or whatever, you might hear about this on some other platforms and you might go and it looks like a cool tool. I'm glad that I was able to do this very thorough review and a product unboxing for you, so that you get the full scoop and you can see if this is the right tool for you or not. I think it's missing the mark. It doesn't scream that it's cutting edge, new technology or anything like that. It actually seems a little bit more like it's older technology when it comes to an AI writing tool. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to subscribe to LearnWire, because you're going to get these long form unboxing software reviews where I take you all the way through the tool and then just basically tell you if I liked the tool or not, right? So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.